Good afternoon. I am Lara Moretti, Manager of Family Support Services at Gift of Life Donor Program. Every year we hold our Life and Legacy celebrations throughout our region to recognize the compassion and generosity of donor families and the heroic donors. Through this ceremony, we honor and remember your loved one and the decision to give the gift of life to others in need. We are honored to have this opportunity to celebrate your loved one and their legacy with you. Throughout this ceremony, we will be referring to items in the package we sent to the family member who registered for today's ceremony. Each of these items carries special, symbolic significance. The first is the candle that was sent to you. Today, we honor those selfless individuals who have given the gifts of life and hope. We will light one candle for our memories, one for our courage, one for our love, and one for our hope. We invite you to light your candle. The first candle is in your memory. The times we laughed, the times we cried, the times we argued, the silly things you did, and the caring and joy you gave us. The second candle represents our courage to confront our sorrow, to comfort each other, to change our lives. The third candle is the light of love. Day by day, we cherish the special place in our hearts that will always be reserved for you. We remember the depth of our love and thank you for the gift your life brought to each of us. The fourth candle is for hope. It reminds us of love and memories of you that are ours forever. May that glow of the flame be our source of hope. We light these candles today in memory of all organ, eye, and tissue donors and loved ones who we hold close to our hearts. We honor and remember them always.
Good afternoon. I'm Rick Haas, President and CEO of Gift of Life Donor Program. Thank you for spending this time with Gift of Life and for sharing your loved one's legacy with us. We are humbled and inspired by your strength and kindness. In a time of unimaginable tragedy and grief, you and your loved one made a selfless decision to help others. The impact your loved one had throughout their life and through the gift of organ and tissue donation is truly immeasurable and will continue to ripple through time. Donation is one of the highest expressions of human generosity and empathy. Without the extraordinary legacy your loved one has shared and the compassion of families like yours, the possibility of donation and transplantation would not exist. Gift of Life and all of our partners are privileged to be able to support you and your family through the organ and tissue donation process. I would also like to personally express my appreciation to our dedicated team at Gift of Life and our hospital partners who work 24/7 to provide donation as an option to families. This life-saving work would not be possible without hundreds of community partners and dedicated volunteers throughout our region. I once again would like to express my deep gratitude to you for joining us today and offer our heartfelt condolences for the loss of your loved one. Today we will pay tribute to their legacy and your great compassion and generosity. We hope that you will find comfort in the powerful testimonials of those who have also been touched by donation. Because of families like yours, thousands of individuals in our region can live a better life. One organ donor can save up to 8 lives. A tissue donor can improve the lives of more than 100 others, including skin for burn victims and in breast reconstruction for cancer survivors, as well as bone for damaged limbs and heart valves for cardiac patients. Donated corneas can help restore the vision of those at risk of going blind. In Gift of Life's region, there are more than 5,000 men, women, and children awaiting a life-saving organ transplant. More than 100,000 people are awaiting nationwide. Every day, the donation and transplant community works to increase awareness and educate the public about the need for more people to register as organ and tissue donors. Thousands of recipients are alive and enjoying life today because of families like yours who are able to think of others at a time of great sorrow. Although every family's grief journey is different, there are shared experiences and understanding among all who are watching today. Please know that you are part of a larger community that supports and cares for you. Now you will hear from several members of that larger community, your neighbors, all with completely different connections to donation and transplantation.
I lost my son because God was ready, but I said yes to organ donation. Knowing that my son was able to save 3 young men's lives, that makes me smile. So instead of me being in a dark place, I'm in a good place because I know what I did saved lives.
We were connected with Gift of Life when we learned that Anthony had really no hope of recovery. He gave his 2 kidneys, he gave his liver, his corneas, and multiple bone and tissue and skin samples. I was told that that will benefit close to 50 to 100 people. I know that generations will come to be because Anthony lived and because he died. A beauty and a power in that is really amazing.
My wife's name was Chanel Jones Cooper. She was an organ donor. She donated her kidney and liver. I feel great about the decision of donating Chanel's organs because a part of her still lives on and is helping somebody.
I received a full-thickness corneal transplant in my right eye. I had lost all vision in my right eye. I couldn't go outside in daylight. And you really don't appreciate your sight or your vision until you don't have it anymore. And so going all those months in darkness and in pain, once I had that surgery and I was able to be independent again and go on a walk again, those things I no longer take for granted. And the fact that someone needed to lose their life in order for me to improve and heal mine is not something I take lightly, and it's not something you can really ever say thank you enough for.
I was diagnosed when I was 20 years old with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is the rare genetic disorder. I had my transplant where we use donor tendons, and my everyday life has just been drastically changed. I never in a million years would have thought that I would be using my arms again because of a family that decided to participate in tissue donation. For me, the gift of life just means gratitude.
I waited 2 years and 10 days. Then they called my house and I answered the phone and they explained that the donor was a young man who had been in a car accident. I just burst into tears because someone was selfless enough to give someone's organs so that they could live on. What I'm looking forward to now is just being able to live a healthy, productive life.
For the 23 years that he was on this earth, by being an organ donor, he is still here and helping people.
Organ donation saves many lives and helps families. If I was to thank my organ donor family, I would say that I'm very thankful for the precious gift that they've given me, which is a second chance at life.
There were years where I wondered, why was I still alive? To suffer and to endure everything that I was going through. Then my daughter was born, and I knew. Gift of Life is an amazing partner in the transplant journey that's dedicated themselves to making miracles happen.
I just think that the most unselfish thing you can do at the most excruciating moment of your life when you're losing a loved one is to give life.
There's no other greater gift you can give than the gift of sight or the gift of changing someone's life. All donors and their families are true heroes.
If you newly just lost a family member who donated an organ, you're going to go through a lot of emotions. Then you'll come out on the other side knowing that your loved one has saved someone else's life.
We are aware that our connection with your loved one was brief, just an instant out of an entire lifetime. We feel privileged to have been a part of those precious moments. Today, we acknowledge your family member's donation, which has touched us and brought hope to countless others. Please take the Gift of Life donor medal and matching lapel pins out of your donor family care package. The artist's inspiration for the medal design is grounded in the truth that the Gift of Life donor touches and gives new life to others. The donor touches the hand of the recipient and passes on the precious gift of life, represented by the heart, and love, represented by the rose. This magnificent and honorable giving of oneself is illustrated in the rays extending from the heart. These beautiful medals symbolize the heroic last act of your loved one. They are constructed to endure the outdoors should you wish to place them on a grave marker or in a memorial garden. These medals are exclusively for donor families. The lapel pins are in the same design, and we hope that you will wear them in honor of your loved one's legacy.
We Remember Them is a poem that illustrates the various times throughout life where the void of our loved one may feel the strongest. The responsive reading reminds us that while our loved one may not be physically present, their memory is ever present. We invited members of our community, Gift of Life staff, hospital partners, donor family members, and recipient volunteers to help us recite this responsive reading. It conveys the universal human experiences of love, loss, grief, and memories. At the rising sun and at its going down,
we remember them.
At the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter,
we remember them.
At the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. At the blueness of the skies and in the warmth of summer,
we remember them.
At the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn,
we remember them.
At the beginning of the year and when it ends,
we remember them.
When we are weary and need of strength, we remember them. When we have decisions that are difficult to make, we remember them. When we have joy we crave to share, we remember them. When we have achievements that are based on theirs, we remember them. For long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them.
We remember them.
Hello, my name is Shonda Brinson, and I am one of the Family Support Services counselors at Gift of Life Donor Program. I would like to bring your attention to another very special item in your care package. You will find a hand-knit or crocheted wrap made with love. We call them Wrap and Hugs. Volunteers throughout our community create the wraps. Every wrap is special and unique, just like your loved ones. At this time, I like to encourage you to take the wrap out of the box and spread it over your lap, or hold the wrap together as a family. As you embrace the wrap, please hear these touching words penned by one of the volunteer knitters. May this wrap be a safe haven, a sacred place of security and well-being, sustaining and embracing in good times as well as difficult ones. May the one who receives this wrap be cradled in hope, kept in joy, graced in peace, and wrapped in love. We hope you will remember this sentiment when you use your wrap in the days to come.
We now move into a very special part of our ceremony. Each family was offered the opportunity to submit a picture of their loved one and provide a few words that best describe them. Thank you for sharing your precious and treasured images and loving words. Today's tribute will be accompanied by cellist Ajay Evans. Ajay is a graduate of Philadelphia's High School for Creative and Performing Arts. She has a strong connection to donation and transplantation. Ajay will play original selections that include a piece that she wrote for her mother, Tiffany.
My name is Rachel D'Agostino, one of the Family Support Services counselors at Gift of Life. On behalf of the entire department, please accept my gratitude for sharing your beloved photographs and memories with us today. With each family I am privileged to meet or speak with, I'm reminded of the generosity, grace, strength, and compassion of our donor families. I want to also share with you our Threads of Love memorial quilts, as featured behind me. These are a very special way for families to honor their loved ones. We hope that you will consider making a square for our quilts. These quilts are not only a beautiful and artistic legacy, but they are used for educational purposes and displayed in public venues throughout the region and on our website. Should you wish to learn more about completing a quilt square, please visit our website or read the information provided in your care package. Also in your care package are details regarding the David Nelson Jr. Memorial Scholarship Fund. Following his death in 2006, his family and friends established a fund to provide annual educational scholarships to surviving children of donor parents or guardians. The link we provided has more information and an application for the next academic school year. Another way for you to continue your connection with Gift of Life is through 2 wonderful groups for donor families to come together to share memories, discuss feelings, and experience the camaraderie of those who understand. You can join the private Gift of Life Donor Family Facebook group, and you can join our monthly support group called Hearts of Gold. Hearts of Gold meets both in person in Philadelphia and also via Zoom. These monthly meetings include special topics or speakers related to grief, loss, and donation. Information about Hearts of Gold and the Facebook group can be found in the Family Support Service brochure we provided. I hope you will join us.
My name is Emily Harecki, and I'm another counselor with the Family Support Services team. As our program draws to a close, please know your connection with Gift of Life Donor Program does not end here. There are many avenues for continued support and involvement. A brochure describing our bereavement support and grief counseling resources is included in the care package. We recognize that the holiday season can be a difficult time of year. We have collected many short articles with suggestions and recommendations you might find helpful. You can find them on our website at donors1.org/hope-for-holidays. Today's recipient speakers may have made you curious as to how your loved ones' recipients are doing. For this reason, we facilitate correspondence between donor families and recipients and are more than happy to review this process with you. You can find more information about this on our website and in the brochure in your package. If writing a letter seems too emotionally challenging at this time, our department can request an update to learn more about your loved one's gifts and recipients. You may also reach us at family2@donors1.org to schedule an individual phone call with one of our counselors.
In a few days, we will be sending out a survey via email. Please take a few minutes and provide us with your feedback about this Life and Legacy celebration. We value your comments, and we will use it to improve future ceremonies. Though this has been an emotional afternoon, we hope that you have an increased understanding of the magnitude of your loved one's gifts of life. They will be remembered by countless more than just family and friends. As the Dalai Lama once said, "Just as ripples spread out when a single pebble is dropped into the water, the actions of individuals can have far-reaching effects." Your family member's donation has created a ripple effect. Each person's life that has been touched will impact others, and together they will have the privilege and responsibility of continuing your loved one's legacy. On behalf of Gift of Life Donor Program, recipients and their families, we thank you for attending today's ceremony and allowing us to honor and celebrate your loved one with you.